Hello everybody, it's Packard Sonic again with another PPA Versus, and today I'm going to be talking about this guy over here. He's known as OnceChristanVoice, which apparently on YouTube there are several OnceChristanVoice channels, so I guess you're not just the only one, dude. Not to mention, you're not exactly in the minority here. You're not just one voice. You are part of many voices. But he is also known as James the Street Preacher. This doesn't turn out well. He's going to talk about what he would do if he were president. He makes a lot of broad statements based on religion. But before we get started, though, he cites the Bible in a lot of places, and his video is almost 10 minutes long. And I don't want to bore everybody, so I'm cutting this up into smaller chunks for everybody's enjoyment. Every place that he goes, well, the Bible says, I've cut out the parts where he cites verse and chapter and all that horse shit because I really don't give a shit what the Bible says. It's irrelevant because it's an argument from authority. I will leave a link to the video in the crotch bar below here, so if you want to go and torture yourself and watch this piece of shit, you're more than welcome to. In the meantime, let's get to watching what this fuckhead has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is James the Preacher.
Hello, James the Preacher.
And I want to share with you a short message.
No, it's not a short message. Your video is almost 10 minutes long. That's not a short message, dude. If you think 10 minutes is short, you have no concept of time.
On what would happen or what I would do if I was president of the United States of America.
Prepare for the world to wonder why America is suddenly empty because everybody has moved to every other country in the world because some fucker like you decides to go into office and destroy the United States as we know it.
A born-again, Bible-believing Christian.
And there's your first logical fallacy, the no true Scotsman fallacy, because every other president that's been in office has never been a Christian. Only you would be, right? God, you're such a fucking moron. You're really getting off on a really bad start right here.
The Bible says...
Again, don't give a shit what the Bible says. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
And I'll give you the exact verse.
No, you won't. You can watch it from the link below if you want to torture yourself.
In America today, God is not the Lord of our nation.
Because this is a secular nation. In case you haven't figured that out, I can't help you. You don't understand what the word secular means. This is a secular nation. This is not a Christian nation. This is a big problem with you Christians out there that think that this is a Christian nation. It's not.
We've got a lot of problems, ladies and gentlemen.
Statistically speaking, more countries that are highly religious, like the United States, have a lot of problems. There are a lot of countries out there who have very low religious indoctrination in their country, and they have less crime. I wonder why that is.
And I just want to share with you briefly for a few moments.
Why are you repeating yourself? You just said this already. Please, get on with it.
Some things that I would do, James the Preacher.
Twice now you've said this. Just fucking get on with it already.
If I was a president of the United States of America.
So for your first act would be to bring back prohibition. Oh, by the way, this is not me pausing and not letting him talk. He does such a terrible job at editing. And look at this box. Look at this big ass fucking ugly box around his video. I didn't do that to his video. He did that. And he has these long pauses between the time he puts out what he says he's going to do and then when he actually starts talking again. He has no concept of how to even edit. If you can't even edit out your own markers, how the fuck are you going to run a goddamn country, asshole?
Number one, I'd bring back prohibition.
And that wouldn't be a problem?
Some of these things may sound old-fashioned to you, but I tell you, we were better in those days than we are today.
We weren't better off in the days when we had prohibition. This is from the Cato Institute. Although consumption of alcohol fell at the beginning of Prohibition, it subsequently increased, not decreased. Alcohol became more dangerous to consume. Crime increased and became organized. The court and prison systems were stretched to the breaking point. Does that sound better to you? and corruption of public officials was rampant. Yeah, that sounds so much better. No measurable gains were made in productivity or reduced absenteeism. Prohibition removed a significant source of tax revenue and greatly increased government spending. That sounds still so much better than it is today. It led many drinkers to switch to opium, patent medicines, cocaine, and other dangerous substances that they would have been unlikely to encounter in the absence of prohibition. So they switched to these harder narcotics because they couldn't get a legal drink. You're a fucking idiot already out the gate. His second point here is ban evolution and put God back in schools. I cut out the parts where he had these long ass pauses that I was talking about at the beginning. So we won't be encountering those any further.
The second thing I do is I would make the teaching of evolution against the law. I'd ban it from our schools and make it a mandate that they make curriculum bringing God and the Bible back into our schools, ladies and gentlemen.
Because you want a captive audience, right? Because there's nothing like forced indoctrination onto children, because that's the way to do it.
Look what the result is of our schools.
There's a lot of good in not having your religion forced down people's throats. If you don't want other people's religion forced down the throats of your children, why the fuck do you think your religion should be shoved down people's throats? Because you think your religion is the right one? They think their religion is the right one also. They can't all be right, but they can all be wrong. We're not going to have your religion in school. Period. Get the fuck over it.
Since we've made evolution our God.
Evolution isn't a god. Evolution is a theory. And before I get the religiotards going, see, you said it was a theory. Theory in the scientific means it's not a fucking guess, you fucking moron. We don't go, oh, I think that's true because, well, I just think that. No, because you don't understand how fucking words work.
The God of America, and since we've kicked creation out and God out, listen, we teach our children they come from monkeys.
No, we don't teach them they come from monkeys. None of that shit's happening. We have a common ancestor. Why can't you assholes get it through your heads? Really, why can't you understand that? You think that modern day dogs have a common ancestor, the wolf, or a wolf breed somewhere down the line. It's the same thing with humans. We share a common ancestor down the line. When people like you make this claim, you show how fucking ignorant you are and why your God is not in schools. You don't understand. You are such a total fail here. I don't want to continue you doing your video, but I'm going to. But I'm not going to do it right now because you talk for fucking so goddamn long. I have to break this up just for the sanity of myself and my listeners. Again, if you want to watch this in its full entirety, the link will be down here in the crotch bar below. Those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave it in the comment section below, and remember to come to the show on Friday nights at vonlive.tv/PackardPokes at Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time. See you there.